Chapter 3 New Friends. The weeks went by, and Pollyanna felt happy in her new home. But it wasn't easy to talk to Miss Polly. Nancy was Pollyanna's only friend, and she always had work to do. So Pollyanna wanted to go out and meet people. Mrs. Snow lived not far away. She was a very sick woman and never left her bed. Miss Polly usually sent Nancy to her house on Thursday afternoons with something for her to eat, chicken, soup, or jelly.
"Can I go today?"
Pollyanna asked Nancy one Thursday.
"Mrs. Snow's never happy,"
said Nancy.
"When she gets chicken, she wants soup. When it's soup, she wants jelly. You don't want to go."
"Yes, I do."
So Pollyanna went to Mrs. Snow's house that afternoon. Miss Snow, a tired young woman, took the girl to her mother and left her there in the dark room.
"Here's some jelly from Aunt Polly,"
said Pollyanna.
"I wanted soup today,"
said Mrs. Snow from the bed.
"That's strange,"
cried Pollyanna.
"Usually, you want chicken when you get jelly, and soup when it's chicken. Nancy told me."
Mrs. Snow sat up.
"What a thing to say!"
she cried.
"Who are you?"
"I'm Miss Polly's niece. I live with her now, and I'm here with your jelly."
"I'm not hungry. I didn't sleep at all last night,"
said Mrs. Snow.
"That's wonderful,"
said Pollyanna.
"We lose lots of time when we sleep. I'd like not to sleep at night, too."
"What's that?" "Open the curtains. I want to see you,"
said Mrs. Snow. So Pollyanna opened the curtains.
"You're beautiful,"
cried Pollyanna when she saw Mrs. Snow in the sun.
"I love your dark eyes and hair."
That afternoon, Pollyanna did Mrs. Snow's hair and put a pink flower in it. Miss Snow had a surprise when she came in after Pollyanna left.
"Mother, the curtains!"
she cried.
"I wanted them open,"
said Mrs. Snow.
"And why do people bring me only things to eat? I'd like something nice to wear sometimes, too."
In September, after a long summer, Pollyanna started school. On her first morning, she met a man in the street. He wore a tall black hat and a long black coat, and he didn't smile.
"It's a nice day,"
said Pollyanna.
"Are you talking to me?"
he said angrily. He didn't stop. The next day, when Pollyanna saw him, he had an umbrella.
"I don't like it when it rains,"
she said.
"but it doesn't rain every day. I'm glad about that."
The man said nothing.
"Did he hear me?"
she thought. The day after, when they next met, the sun was in the sky. Pollyanna said,
"It's a nicer day than yesterday."
"Who are you?"
said the man angrily.
"And why do you always tell me about the weather? I have more important things to think about."
"I'm telling you because you don't have time to look at the sky. I'm Pollyanna Whittier. Who are you?"
"Why, of all the—"
began the man. Then he walked away. The next time Pollyanna met him, he said,
"Good afternoon. And before you speak, can I say something? It's a beautiful day, and I know it."
"Yes, I saw it in your smile before you spoke,"
said Pollyanna.
"Did you?"
answered the man. Nancy had a surprise when she went for a walk with Pollyanna, and the man said,
"Good afternoon,"
to them.
"He spoke to you,"
Nancy cried.
"Yes, he always does. Now,"
answered Pollyanna.
"But that's John Pendleton." He lives alone in a house on Pendleton Hill. He never speaks to people. My friend Sally works at the hotel in town, and he never talks when he eats there. He never eats expensively, of course.
It isn't easy without money,
said Pollyanna.
He's the richest man in town,
answered Nancy.
But he doesn't like giving his money away. He's strange.
Maybe he's strange when you don't know him,
said Pollyanna.
But I like him.
At about that time, Pollyanna found a little cat in the street and took it home. After that, she found a little dog and took that home too. Miss Polly didn't like animals, but it wasn't easy to say no to Pollyanna. So Fluffy the cat and Buffy the dog stayed. October came, and one day Pollyanna met a boy in the street near her house. He was thin and in old clothes.
Who are you?
asked Pollyanna.
And what are you doing here?
I'm Jimmy Bean. I left the orphan's home this morning. I want to find a real home with real folks, see?
It wasn't easy to lose your mother and father, Pollyanna knew. So she took Jimmy home.
Aunt Polly, can Jimmy Bean live with us?
She asked. But Aunt Polly said,
No.
And Jimmy left the house sadly. Pollyanna ran after him.
Don't worry. I'm going to find you a real home,
she told him in the street.
Maybe the church can help. Let's see.
So Jimmy went back to the orphan's home that night, and Aunt Polly felt bad. The next day, she told Nancy,
Please move Pollyanna's things down from the attic into the bedroom under it.